left-hander, and the car's gone! Hey guys, 2D here, welcome back for another League Racing video. Today we will be racing in Singapore, but as you may have noticed already, we are in a different team. I've moved from Ferrari to McLaren. It was a difficult decision to make, but hopefully we can prove it was the right call by taking our third win of the season here today. We're leading the championship, Ferrari is leading the constructors, but you can see we have moved to McLaren, and McLaren is right at the bottom with 0 World Constructors Championship points. Let's get into the first lap of this short qualifying session. We're on the Inters, so obviously not a serious run. So up to the line, it's a 35.4, which is far from competitive. But for our next run, we're going to go onto the softs. Our first of 2 runs we will do on the soft compound tyres. This is one of the runs which of course matters. The Inters run really didn't matter that much, but through the first few corners we go. We are already nearly a second up on the Inters lap time already. There you go, see, 1.3 seconds up through this left-hander. This one's a really difficult section through here, but we are 3.7 seconds up on on the Inters run. Can we move ourselves up from this P13 position? Purple sector 2 through this right-hander. Easy to invalidate through there if you carry too much speed. And through the double left, fast left-handers up to the line. It's a 28.8, putting us second fastest, about 1.5 tenths off of DNLT in the Red Bull. He has moved also, he has moved from Alfa Romeo up to Red Bull, and one of the Mercedes drivers has replaced me at Ferrari. But anyway, this is our final qualifying run. This one is the one which matters the most. Can we beat the other drivers to pole position? Let's start the run now. We already found about 100th on the exit of the final corner down the straight. Try and get that inside curb, get it to the outside and the inside of those corners. Already found nearly a tenth of a second. There was someone parked and we've spun it. Oh no. And that is the end of our qualifying session. Wing damage, and there's not enough time to pit and go again, of course. But we are second right now. DNLT hasn't improved. Jake now, what can he do? Will he improve past us or even take pole position? Jake up to the line. Yes, he does. That will be your grid. Jake pole, DNLT second, and we will be starting third, just ahead of the other Red Bull. Let's have a look at the replay, and you can see we're just a little bit further to the inside on the second the final quali lap, and that's just unsettled the car, given us a little bit less floor downforce, and that's the difference it makes, I guess. But we're going to be starting on the hards. Put in some extra fuel to make sure we make it to the end, since this track is very hard on the fuel. But it's 5 red lights, and it's lights out and away we go. Williams has jumped the start. He'll have a drive-through penalty. Also, the Ferrari has jumped the start as well, and we've gone all the way down to 6th. That is not an ideal start for us. We lock up the rears a little bit through turn 3. Our teammate thinks he has a chance at us. We're going to have to back out of that one, let him through, as he is having the better run at the moment. But now we have a Williams surprisingly in the lead from the 2 Red Bulls, as there's someone out, and that's a safety car. Oh no. On lap 1, already safety car, and this has made it much more difficult for us to overtake. But end of the safety car now. We are P7. Can we get past our teammate and hopefully a few more drivers after that? Lap 4 of this race, you can see 2 wide between Harley and DNLT here. A little bit of contact. We're going to look around the outside of our teammate in the other McLaren. Our teammate, of course, has moved also from Ferrari to McLaren, but the 2 Red Bulls have collided. DNLT was going for a move on top Harley, I think, and ended up flying into the side of his teammate. We're going to go round the outside of him, but that has slowed us down and meant that our teammate has gone past us, but we have kept position because we went past DNLT at the same time. So, lap 5 of this race. Can we have a look? And, oh, Jake is out. That's one of our rivals, and that's a second safety car in 5 laps of this race. And now this is the point where we will be considering whether to box or not, but we need to consider what our teammate does. He's boxing, so we have to stay out. Our teammate had wing damage, I think, so of course it's fair enough that he would take priority box, and also he was ahead. So we have track position, but we will be on the older tyres until we box. Let's skip to the end of the safety car now. Safety car in this lap. We need to clear this Williams with the drive-through quickly. We don't want to be held up by him. We need to create a gap. He's gone early up into start lap 8 of this Grand Prix. Let's see if we can get past him as quickly as possible. We've pulled about more than half a second to Josh Crabtree behind. We have a very good opportunity at the Williams. He is on softs though, so he should be quick. Lock up the rear a little bit. We're going to use some ERS down this straight. We need to look to the inside of the Williams. We really, really need to clear him as soon as possible, but he defends nicely. No opportunity, a little tap, and will we send it down the inside here? We have a look, and we've sent it. Oh, we've locked up the rear, but it was too late. Oh no, that was not my best move, and Josh has a try, and you can see that was completely on me. I kind of overestimated how much later I could brake than him, so unfortunately we have kind of ruined that driver's race. But anyway, it's another safety car. I don't know how that's happened. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but it's another safety car. We're leading. We're not. Are we going into box or will we stay out? We do come into the box for the medium tyres, I think. We will probably be going on to the 2-stoppers. I'm not sure how comfortably the mediums will do 22 laps. So, through the box, most people follow us in, but a few people stay out. Nice stop. We come out P4 right behind our teammate, and an Aston Martin, and is it the Williams stayed out again? I can't remember. No, okay, an Alpine is in P1. Now, safety car in this lap once again for already like the 4th time. The 4th time in this race. Here we go again for another restart, but no, we slow down a little bit, but here we go again through into turn 1. Our teammate, oh, contact there. I think that's damage for our teammate. He is going to be struggling until he boxes again, I think, with that damage, but he lets us through, and I think we'll just do what he can to hold up the drivers behind. But now it's our job to pass this Aston Martin and the Alpine as quickly as possible. We look to the inside of the Aston Martin, little bit of contact down the straight, but we keep it clean, and we go late on the brakes, but he's pushed us off, and I don't know whether that's gaining an advantage off the track. I don't think it is. Leave your opinions in the comments below. But here we come into the hairpin. The Alpine locks up and gives us the perfect opportunity to take back the lead on lap 12 of this Grand Prix. It's another safety car. Another one, of course. So many safety cars. Our teammate, I assume, will come into the pits. I think he's in the pits. Yes, he has. Him and a Ferrari have both come into the pit lane. So that puts our main threat will be Dylan, the Mercedes, and DNLT in the other Red Bull. We're going to get this this race back underway. We have an AlphaTauri between us and the Red Bull, so we need to create a gap as quickly as possible before Dylan gets past the AlphaTauri. But he's already through, and so is DNLT. Past the AlphaTauri, it's P2 and 3 for the 2 Red Bulls. It's purple sector 1 for us. We've already pulled 1.2 seconds to Dylan, and DNLT goes past his teammate. I think Dylan probably didn't put up too much of a fight there. Purple sector 1 and 2, purple sector 3 as well. It is a fastest lap for us. On lap 16, it's about 2.5 second gap to DNLT. We are lapping similar pace to each other. We don't beat our fastest lap, it's about 1/10 of a second off. But we have pulled another few tenths to DNLT by lap 17. But this race is not over yet. DNLT has every chance to catch us up, but I think he's made a mistake on lap 17. I think he had a bit of a snap, so the gap is 5.5 seconds now, and we should be safe to just bring this one home for the last 13 laps, unless there's another safety car. But through this left-hander, and the car's gone! Whoa! Oh my god. That is somehow not... that is miraculously not damaged, as we look at a replay and you can just see the car just... it just completely lets go on us, and we went flying into the wall, similar to Stroll's crash in qualifying this year, but somehow we got no damage from that, even though this is standard damage, I think. But anyway, now we are just going to be waiting for DNLT to box, and then we will follow him into the pit lane a lap later, as we do have the gap to do so. I think from his he's got a penalty. But as I was saying, I think DNLT from his mistake he made a few laps ago got damaged, so we should be comfortably pulling away. But on lap 25 he still hasn't boxed. I don't really know what he's thinking at this point. I think if he boxed now, he would come out right behind Dylan, and I think he'd catch him by the end. But yeah, I think it's too late now. I don't think DNLT is going to box unless he boxes this lap. He stays out, so no, he's not going to box this race because there's just not enough time now. He will come up behind his teammate and lose the position. But we get a warning for exceeding track limits. That's our first one of the race, so nothing to worry about. Lap 29 of this Grand Prix, just a few laps left. We're going to have to just bring this one home if we can. Well, we should be able to. We have plenty of fuel, but look at the bottom right. We have a little tyre warning symbol, so we are getting close to that puncture territory zone. DNLT has not boxed this entire race. He has stayed out along with us because I mean, if we boxed, he would win, which isn't really what we want, especially considering we already have fastest lap. We're sliding through the hairpin. You can see these tyres have had just about enough at this point. They are done. They are cooked. So through this right-hander, we have led almost every lap of this race since lap 12, and we're going to come through the double left-hander. It hasn't been a perfect drive, but it has been good enough to take the third win of the season for McLaren, our first for McLaren. Oh, that is not my best drive, but it is definitely good enough. We have just kept it clean, kept it out of the wall for the most part, and kept the lead. We extend our championship lead over Dylan and DNLT. DNLT got penalties that race, so he finished behind his teammate in the end. We moved McLaren up to 5th place in the Constructors. But anyway, I will see you guys next time for round 5 in Japan, where hopefully we can take our second win for McLaren.